Hello viewers and welcome to the first episode of my Let's Play series for the game Silent Hill 2. Now I've previously done the first Silent Hill game and you can find that on my channel. But let's get started here. Gonna go new game and let's go normal all the way through.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Okay, meet James Sunderland. He's the protagonist of this game and he's driving into Silent Hill and decides to stop off in this bathroom. I would honestly just hold it. This place is a dump. Let's go outside and take a look around.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said, Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
Okay, so the man is looking for his dead wife. She's been dead for 2 years, but for some reason he gets a letter from her saying that she's in Silent Hill waiting in their special place. Pick up our map and go, I guess, head into town. Rosewater Park, that is our destination. The reason why he can't just drive into town is because if you head over this way, you'll see that the tunnel leading into town has been closed. That's a little bit weird, but not the weirdest thing we've ever seen inside of Silent Hill. Though there's something else a little bit weird, is you probably can't see it right now, but when James is a little ways away from the camera, you don't see it right there, but sometimes he'll have like this weird dead look in his eyes. It's creepy. It's going to be a little bit of a run to get into town. It's kind of far away. As I understand it, it was an intentional thing by the developers to create a kind of weird tension of having James to run into the town. Now, I struggled on whether or not I should actually play this one, because I wanted to record the commentary as I play it, which is what I'm doing right now. But to do that, I would have to play it on an emulator, but the game doesn't emulate very well. I eventually found a collection of settings that ended up making it work, and it's running at 60 frames per second right now, so that's pretty good. I also couldn't run it at a higher resolution other than native resolution because the pre-rendered videos, of which we've already seen one, display wrong when you do that. The typical Silent Hill fog is thick. Over here we will find the first of many save points. Game's starting to slow down a little bit here. I kind of expected it to. Only a little bit. We're good though.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone.
Who is it?
Someone... very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
That was a little bit of a creepy encounter. This girl's name is Lara, and she's apparently in town to find her mother, just like James is in town to find his dead wife. I don't know if her mother is dead or not, but anyway, where's the exit? Here it is. Now, I spent so much time going through the first Silent Hill, I feel like you should at least acknowledge it. That game ended in kind of an unusual spot. As it turns out, the occult was in town. a cult was in town trying to resurrect some god of theirs. And well, this little girl, who's the daughter of the cult leader, named Alyssa, she was sort of like the catalyst for doing that. Ooh, a sign. Okay. Well, they tried to like sacrifice the girl to bring back the god, and everything went to hell. And the town ended up turning into this crazy, crazy, foggy world hellhole with a bunch of monsters running around. And it was implied, at least through the game, that the girl, Alessa, was sort of the source of all of these monsters. She had like a psychic power which manifested all these creatures. But here we are in Silent Hill 2, and this game takes place a few years later. I'm not entirely sure what year it takes place, but it is a few years later, and the town is still freaky. Now you would think if the town went to hell back then, a few years later, a few more people would know about it. James wouldn't just be showing up in town knowing that it was going to be a freaky-ass town. So it's not weird to everybody. There are people in Silent Hill that exist in the town like as it regularly is. Not everybody runs around Silent Hill in weird fog world. Also note though that the girl disappeared. Alessa at the end of the game was sort of reborn as a baby that Harry Mason took with him and raised. So Alessa isn't even here anymore, so she isn't the one that's doing this. She's not the one that's turning Silent Hill into a hellhole. And this game doesn't really overtly explain the reason for that. It's just sort of a concept that the town feeds on the negativity of people. Alessa had a very negative background to her. I mean, her mother set her on fire. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that. So she created all those monsters or infected all those people as a result of that. Something else, or maybe someone else, maybe Lara back there, I don't know, has gone and turned Silent Hill into the way this is. Now, the person doesn't really have to be like have any magic powers or anything like Alessa did, but they just have to have like really strong negative emotions, and the town just feeds off of it. It's sort of an emotional vampire. Okay. If I were to go and head to James's left, I think it's a dead end, but I could be wrong, but I think there was something there that I could have picked up. I could be wrong, though. It's impossible to get past this police barrier. Impossible! Payphones, wow. This is a long time ago. I just love the detail of this town. This looks so much better. I mean, the first Silent Hill was a pretty fantastic looking game at its time, but even then it still had its flaws. But the detail on the levels is so good. It's probably because this really good looking fog, too, is obscuring anything that's really far away. So they can focus all the processing graphical power of the PlayStation or Xbox into rendering the small area here, and it can do it in really high detail. It's really nice looking even now. What the hell is that? Yeah, let's go investigate. That's a smart idea. I like how the fog in this game, too, isn't just patchy. I mean, there's no snow falling from the sky like in the first Silent Hill, but the fog looks so much better. It's patchy, it moves across the screen. It's not just an obscuring haze. James also gets tired if he runs too much. So if we're running from a lot of enemies, we may have to fight a few more of them in this game than in the first game. Creepy. We've got something to fight. Let's do this.
Is it dead? What the hell is it? It's not human.
Well, we just fought our first monster, and we picked up our first weapon, a board with nails in it, and we also picked up a radio. Just like in the first Silent Hill, the radio is what alerts you to when monsters are present. We also we have a picture of James's dead wife, Mary, so we know what she looks like when we see her. And here is that letter, which was already read for us. Well, we just passed our first real milestone in the game.
Oh yeah. This thing broken? What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
Was that Mary talking to him? Well, that'll be the end of this episode, though. Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for the next one.